Frank here, and welcome back to the Gun Geek channel. In this episode, we're breaking out the box of truth so we can go ahead and do some testing with the Aguila or Aguila, I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce it, Super Colibri round. Also, I will be showcasing the Casio EX-FS10 and its abilities to capture slow motion. The Aguila Colibris come in two different varieties. You have the regular Colibris and the Super Colibris, and the major difference between the two is that this fires at 375 feet per second, and this travels at 500 feet per second. Both are 20 grain bullets. Both have no gunpowder. They utilize primer only. They are extremely quiet, so you can use them in neighborhoods where you don't want your neighbors hearing anything going off. In a rifle, these things sound almost completely silent. Out of a revolver, they sound like a loud BB gun. I do not recommend you fire the regular Colibris out of a rifle. You may end up getting it stuck in the barrel. Use the Super Colibris out of a rifle and use these out of a revolver. Do not use these in a semi-auto handgun or rifle because there's not enough power to cycle the action. So unless you want to manually cycle the action, these ain't gonna do it by themselves. One other point, these are 22 caliber. I should have said that at the beginning. Next is the Casio EX-FS10. One of the reasons why I purchased this was because of its high-speed video capture mode, where it can capture extreme slow motion. It can do that in 210 frames a second, 480 frames a second, and 1,000 frames a second. But as you go up in the frames per second, you're going to find that the resolution and gradiness, it just goes downhill from there. But you'll see in this video where this comes in handy. And the one thing to remember is that this is not a $1,000 camera. You're getting features that would normally be up there in a camera at least 5 to 10 times more than this. But I paid, believe it or not, Radio Shack clearance $116 for this. So to be able to get this capability for that price is unbelievable, and I'm going to show you that in this video. We'll be also using the Henry H001 22 caliber lever rifle. Very inexpensive, can be purchased at Walmart. So I have the box of truth set up in front of my backstop, and before we get started, I'd like to show you the difference between the Colibri and Super Colibri compared to a regular 22 caliber long rifle. As you can see, the bullet itself is significantly smaller. Colibri again uses a 20 grain, whereas your normal 22 long rifle uses a 40 grain. The shell itself that the bullet is in is the same size. So what I did was I went ahead and shot it toward this edge so I could get a better shot with the slow motion camera. So I wanted to bring it toward this edge and bring it up high to leave space for some other shots. So that was intentional to shoot it here. And let's take a look at the side and see how many pieces it went through. And what I want to do, show you the back here. So it went through the first, really blew it out pretty good there, went through the second one, went through the third one, and stopped at the fourth. So this round, even though it's low power and only traveling at 500 feet per second, still managed to get through 1.5. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Oh yeah, there it is. Let's see if I can get it out. I'm going to show you where it's stuck right there. Let's see if I can pry it out. Yeah, we go. So, oops, there it is. Helps if I put it in the frame. So there it is. Went through 1.5, almost through 2 complete walls. I'm considering 2 pieces of plaster here a wall, because you usually have a front and a back, so they would have made it through one and almost through a second one. So you still have to be careful with the Aguila Super Colibris traveling at 500 feet per second, even though, you know, once it got through one wall, I doubt it really had too much oomph left, but it could still cause injury, so you need to be careful even with the weakest rounds. This thing has about the power of a BB, and yet can still penetrate because it is small. I'm going to go ahead and hit the light. Here we go. So in this shot, let me get down here, right there, you can see how it blew out the back of the first one, blew out the back of the second one, blew out the back of the third one, and actually went through the fourth one, and you can see how it sort of bounced a little bit off the fifth. And if I go down here, there's where the bullet, 20 grain bullet, came to rest. I don't know. I think that's a pretty neat camera for on sale at Radio Shack for $116 to be able to do those amazing slow motion. Resolution ain't great, but you know, for the price, can't beat it, man. Can't beat it.